Because me except the financial strength or power or resources like I can such projects. Mr. John Uwabo, I informed that the task force was set up when they enforce the security, the peaceful coexistence in Mali, and leadership who direction. Mr. Chief, I reported about the tech issue during that period. Then I have my emotion for journalists. Pastor Francis Obede, that was checking. Then Mr. Pius Idumu, that you were. Mr. Nelson is saying that we pay many passion. Congress members are 6 p.m. So very general.
Another round of applause for important say you are we are proud of you as our software. All I now have been what I bring a year so last year, and then in the Chinese day, it's a bit last year. So many will be not as strong. You need to attend to this meeting. But when you were for Africa, when I know it was a very, very strong member of this group, and also the secretary of the palace. Within the course of the year, she very announced. So Johnny, anytime from Milton, yeah, that 1 minute silence in honor of the department. May the gentle soul of late John Uwabo, aka Makosa, rest in perfect peace.
The arrival of His Royal Highness. So the Highness is taking his seat right now. So every other person is standing, observing, waiting for the Highness to be seated. So the Highness is taking his seat right now. So the Highness have been seated, all will be seated now.
You're coming.
Eze Igbontor Igbontor Idumu-Iru Ikpere. Eze ya kware ọkagwa na ya oge.
Dede kagwa na ya oge. Give me don't use a program officially. Only when the bank. Wọ́n sọ pé ìṣẹ̀lẹ̀dẹ́ wọ́n sọ wà wọ́n náà ní ọ̀rọ̀ pọ̀tọ̀.
Mine hot.
Bota no pueblo. Bota no pueblo. Ahora ven de qué malo. Ahí en la zona Igbontor lè di mọ́bí
Iṣẹ́.
Iṣẹ́. Ndị bụ obi Idumu-Iru Igbontor ẹ̀fọ́ ọ̀rọ̀ náà.
Iṣẹ́.
Ọmọ ọ̀rọ̀ náà.
Iṣẹ́. Iṣẹ́. Iṣẹ́.
Okay, they don't run the conference today. Okay, here account of steward. And the book account of steward. Okay, one here in the last 365 days. Okay, one anywhere. Okay, don't okay, don't spend it. Then I can the people the opportunity under AOB, whether white, poor, here will be one day the journey. In the camera, it didn't donate and the bill, the law. It didn't donate here the charity and left for any lecture a bill. Can live down journey. Igbontor lè gbé wé dem jẹ́ yìí wọ́n. Ó wọ́n náà rí bẹ́ẹ̀, èdè ń dán ní wọ́n náà rí bẹ́ẹ̀. Wọ́n jọ ń lè gbá kí dọ̀ Igbontor lè gbé wé dọ̀ lọ́ àhún. Ẹnu wọ́n yọ òwe ṣẹ́kẹ̀ ló. So it means aláìbẹ̀ alẹ́ ìlú wọ́n yẹ̀ lọ́wọ́ bẹ́ẹ̀. So ẹnu wọ́n yà lè bí yẹ kú wa lẹ́kẹ̀ bóyú ló mú ní òkú. Lẹ́kẹ̀ bóyú ló mú ní òkú. Then ẹsẹ̀ ìwú ẹ̀bẹ̀. And there's no way here that the wisdom of Solomon. So now, high oku le chari and you be hold on down. Here can do a copy. Can you with the buying ne ahead? And let you the willing from other. I mean, when you been there, here the chicken there or carga. The year under review. Not only also about the capability to chase permitted. So the year under review, anywhere is income and expenditure. I can't know where I can't know where. You know the top. And work balance from 2023. Balance brought forward. Everywhere in 2023, which in January. As of the yellow account last year, on the way the corporates is in public domain. Anywhere 1,770,166 naira. 44 kobo. Then, from that period, January till now, a one general contribution. The contribution I will 2,727,088 naira 54 kobo. Documented. 20 years time was no what Dominion do. On a volume can you no record like this. Then every which in my bank, in the bank interest. And interest for that period is 83,283 naira 22 kobo. We can share none of bank statements. I share using this statement, you made a platform. So that all know in your house, on the room law, you take your time to study it. How many will tired you? You are common. Then I have 1 year for gross total income of 7,472,988 naira 20 kobo. Then into expenses. The expenses in the chance like because in the platform. So on the platform, on the level can you spend the one in memoir and the PC transform electricity bill. I acquire electricity bill for the community. In memoir I 1 million naira to write off that debt of 63 million naira. The old debt, I share with them this information in the platform on the website. It's just for purpose of repetition. Then the installation of meters, the electricity bill clearly stated. Those 7 in the time. As my because there were 40 items here. So here the child event, you go to my platform on the at your convenience. At the end of the day, apparently we realized 7.4 million and spent 6.5 million. And then going in my account as up to date is 903,620 naira 54 kobo. And of course, some of them security vehicle. So they all capture. Actually, one by one. But all the way there, on your Astoria or here. I'm the water address. Feel free, call me. I'll give it to you. Now I have an address. My address has been abridged, summarized in 2 pages, and the brevity was orchestrated. The Honorable Governor Rupu's address at the present as the President of Igbontor Idumu-Iru Global Union, IGU, presented on the conference of 9th September 2024. Greetings, Your Royal Highness, IGU Global esteemed chiefs of our community, chairman and executive of various unions and associations, ladies and gentlemen. May I begin by expressing my profound gratitude to the Highness and the entire sons and daughters of our beloved community for giving my Esco and I the opportunity to function in the leadership space of Igbontor Idumu-Iru Union. Indeed, the last 365 days were infused with certain elements of nostalgia. On the one hand, there were certain things that occurred which made us to express a little degree of smile. On the other hand, we had other contending issues we could not see through to a logical conclusion for the admiration of all. It all came with no small measure of drawbacks, discouragements, and the likes. Conversely, the involvement of the stimulation of emotional intensity, we deliberately avoided reinforcing negative self-talk on values that were at variance with our desired goals. Today, we make bold to share with you just a few achievements. Number 1, education. In the area of education, we acquired a feed clearing machine here at Idumu-Iru. Number 2, a few individuals amongst us still pay the salary of the additional teachers sent to Igbontor Primary School. It's not from global account. So we have a few individuals who are sustaining that and allow salary to the teacher. Number 2, we have security. The first one, we upgraded the physical appearance of our security men with uniforms. Still under the year under review, we provided a Sienna vehicle for our community men, for our security men, to enhance their operations. Then number 3, under electricity, we replaced some falling poles. And when some falling poles down in every place is somewhere. Pastor, you have record of that. We did a temporary fixing of the hospital transformer. Number 3, our electricity debt of over 63 million was written up. Today, Igbontor Idumu-Iru is over. Number 4, thank you. We successfully put our community into a community building system. The next one, we secured post-paid meters for our 2 transformers. Number 4, sensors. We carried out census exercise for our community. As it stands, we know the functional homes in our community. All of the above achievements couldn't have been realized without your timely responses to our calls. We appreciate in no small measure your financial support, wise counseling, encouragement, and prayers. For the coming year, we have set another task for ourselves. Here each other room for the next, God keeping us alive. Number one, we will place priority on the security. We'll provide more structure and strengthen the existing one. Number two, and you can pay special attention on education. As much as possible, educational materials we want to provide it for Igbontor Primary School and Idumu-Iru Primary School. The next one, water. Water issue was a personal project I started. I was paying salary personally, I was providing electricity, I even bought generator and all of that, not on global account, personal contribution to the community. Along the line, I stopped. But we are going to visit it again. IGBANKE don't visit it. We were able to get some feelers, consigned opinions that no is second take care and all of that. So we want to see how we can extend it from point A to point B. So this were here in last year, but we didn't have enough funds to drive it. Don't forget that the financial account I've given to you, there is no internally, locally generated income there. Any fund generated from the community are even, not even 1 naira. So whatever I've given you account of is what I have contributed, what Arthur is contributing, what all of us are contributing. Eminent does it one form and make an announcement. And in my announcement, I knew able that to so by the time I put everyone together, knows when you're wrong, and you know what, we go all those names, or my account. So the account I'm giving to you is an account of money donated by our sons and daughters, not from any locally generated revenue. So I can pay attention on water. And then the fourth one, sustenance of the current infrastructure. One thing is to have a pole, another thing is to ensure that the pole one is always standing. Most of the time, everything the TV and all of that. Upon the meeting, even though I start addressing some of these things. So these are our expectations. We set these tasks for ourselves for the next 365: education, security, water, and sustenance of the current infrastructure. We kindly request the support of all our sons and daughters all over the world to join us in moving our community to its brighter place. Many thanks for your attention. God bless His Royal Highness. God bless our community. Godwin Samuel Aruku, President, IIGU.
And the financial statements too. Let me look at the next thing. Where EIGBANKE reports when our president here, again, for the last 365 days in the area of electricity, finance, and all other projects area well out. So that is global.
Statues.
So, a young man who is doing this much, in fact, all problem is to do it against I think Sam deserves another round of applause. Because the key thing of you will be, you know, I'm not talking. And when they were, but they were at the time. And let's say at the time because he can make our time to help us. And that's why we are seeing lots of positive impacts in the development of Igbontor. And I really believe that our tomorrow will definitely be better than our today. Back to okay, let's start with these three and the fourth one from now. So the first person
people to ask questions right now, starting with Vincent to ask questions so that we address it and move on again.
Just go straight to the point and you can.
Igbontor Idumu-Iru making your Royal Highness, the movement, don't give our Highness. I like to do that. Okoshoni, God, women and to go law, Igbontor Idumu-Iru, or what we let it break down, and we allow the matter to happen with it. Who is son, where vision. When you came in this 2024 September, the was 2025 September. I can mention in visit. Of course, the day will be wrong, or quantity will be done. Question 2023-24, 2024. Don't want to go out many and regarding the bottle of the moon. I am putting it back. Why they making the why they fund? Yeah, why they who working the project in the child well. And in the project in the well, Rajani school, Rajani mini, and all of that. Ewo went. Ọ̀gá mẹ́pa ndèjà ndènyàpọ̀ ndé la nígbò ndé la rọrọ káwẹ̀ ndé ọ̀wẹ̀lẹ̀ ihe ọ̀wẹ̀lẹ̀ la rọba ká àpọ̀ so àsìnì ẹ̀rọ ahụ ẹlẹ́ni ihe òsìlọ́pẹ̀ ní gọ́sà ní gbọ́tọ̀ ihe òsìlọ́pẹ̀ ní gọ́sà ní ìdìbò ní àpọ̀ àwọn òfò àánú ẹ̀rẹ̀ eré wá sí ẹ̀yìn lè ṣá ẹ̀rọ ọ̀fì ẹ̀yìn gbogbo ẹ̀yìn yàpọ̀ àwọn òfò ìwọ̀wọ̀ àpọ̀tà rẹ̀ wá dẹ́ gbogbo ẹ̀yìn lè lè ṣá so àsìnì àní aka idomewane ehendo mene ya ahwepo ndeboko internally generated revenue no eja supply ya we dey wechi na le ho ato so ya lokase ya bushimi no of course no mama no look make as a youth leader onwo so ye enwe so me o za ho mene oslo pere gosi ale boto je ni leka nkuri ofia like a pamphlet like echo le ofuko if somebody goes to the general let's say other areas like Igbontor and other things of course the revenue drive come so in terms of revenue drive I know that you get to car omoni to mo ere IGBANKE ọ̀rọ̀ and alebo won po diaspora na ewe ọbụrụ nwoke nwe ha ntaka agwọ fie ewu nwanyị because of comfort in your arịọrịji so ihe ahụ ka chọrọ ndị site na o kwesịrị ịkọta enwe ha ekpọ ndị bụ kpọ natural endowment ya arịa kpọ natural resources ihe ndị ahụ ka na-achọrọ kọrọ IGBANKE Igbontor Idumu-Iru ekwo eyewu okwo eyewu ọdọmọdé ya chere ka ha na ya chere ka management natural resources management of women yoro women ekejila ariyo neke eya subatwegu so that area leke ko oyewo esa ka dey generate wo e dey use no mwenye no mu na nyeri alebo le oro weka o mena yes ni adopt a formula just like they had the scholar a few years back. I say yeah structure on the way we let our go fear nyapwa where don't know I can wear particular treasure. Thank God for the advent of the global, which God is the national president. And everything concerning it now, I welcome it. Natural resources like ne uwetwaye ndi niriolo ekane ewo wona la kwa wa channel like the global onko la ihe ndi ozo na pe fan like palm fruit wa channel na ga ho na wa manage wisely ne ga ho no yesi ndiri wa to eka. That is my contribution.
Ubiawo Igbontor le ni Urima
Dika Uduba
onye egbumogbo obi mdada anafe alani nkeli nyelecha global global yeni Igbontor fún ẹkí standing wẹ́ẹ́ gbogbo ẹ̀ka pẹ̀lú àkúyẹ egbumogbo ẹ̀ka rẹ̀ ti mú ìtù apọ̀lẹ́mà so ọkùn ìṣẹ̀lẹ̀ kọ̀ọ̀kan wọ́n sọ mọ́rin pẹ̀lú yẹmu ndị yutu nyere nwa ẹ̀yà ọmọ ìṣí kọ̀ọ̀kan ẹ̀lẹ́chà ìgbà Igbontor ẹ̀lẹ́chà ìgbà kẹ̀ ó pẹ̀lú ẹ̀chẹ̀ mẹ́tọ̀tọ̀tọ̀tọ̀ irú ọ̀hìn street dàpọ̀dọ̀gbà akpọ̀bọ̀rìà òṣìṣẹ́ kámákàmíṣẹ́ òrìṣẹ́míṣẹ́ ẹlẹ́ni iná sọ ọ̀hìn street yà níwé ẹ̀bí ògbà àpò dàpọ̀ òdògbà ẹ̀bẹ́yìn jẹ́ ọ̀rìà so yà mọ̀gbì ọmọ ní ọ̀sọ̀.
Ẹ̀pẹ̀lẹ́ ni.
lódòmítọ́.
So lẹ́kọ̀ọ́ náà mẹ́fà mẹ́ gọ́dì ọmọrọ̀jẹ̀. Gọ́dì ọmọrọ̀jẹ̀ ìdúró jẹ́. So mẹ́wàá na apánu ọmọ kan ní ẹ̀dẹ̀má ẹbí. Wọ́n akẹ́kọ̀ọ́ ìlú lọ fún ẹ̀gbọ́n ẹ̀mẹ́dẹ́ táwọn mìtì ní àti kàgbára àgbáyé mìtì. So yẹn tí ọ̀dẹ̀ gbọ́ sẹ́ni ó gàgé dáhùn lọ. Kẹ́ńgà last time one of our brother yà bìṣẹ̀lẹ̀ solar light Idumu-Iru. But àgbàdo náà alámi dúró nínú ẹ̀rọ chancor solar is everywhere. But the room Idumu-Iru náà wọ́n bìṣẹ̀ bọ̀ náà before yà rẹ̀. So women were not cut Idumu-Iru off. So I said now everybody opportunity to this meeting. I don't know man so that I don't make everything uniform. Ọ̀rẹ́ mẹ́tí yẹn ọ̀sán ìmọ̀bíà ẹ̀ máa wọ́n mọ̀bíà àyàwó àná ìgbẹ́ ìyàrí òkè wọ́n náà yẹn máa bíà ìbú náà yẹ sẹ̀lẹ̀ mẹ́ pọ̀ ọ̀kẹ́ nkẹ́ náà tí ó lọ yóò náà bá yín lọ. Sọ̀rọ̀ lóde ní ọ̀rẹ́dọ̀ mẹ́ná yẹn ẹ̀fọ́ mi ní ìjọ sọ̀rọ̀.
Gbọ́dọ̀ tó láfàwọn àdókò Joseph iye jọ ní ipò bàkà gbọ́dọ̀ rèzébé Idumu-Iru àti gbẹ̀rù káwáńdà ó gbúgbà ní ẹkún ẹgbẹ́ ní ipò kàmẹ́kẹ́ ìhà Idumu-Iru jẹ́mẹ́ lélẹ́rẹ́ rúmọ́lá Igbontor ní Idumu-Iru kalẹ̀ city bẹ̀tí báyìí ní Idumu-Iru ẹ̀wẹ̀ sọfẹ́ bọ̀ ọ̀rẹ́ kárọ̀ ẹ̀wọ̀rẹ́ kọ̀ ó parí lọ́wọ́ bùsọ̀ bú chézí ó kárọ̀ ndé wà ngúzú àjà dịka this our brother talk weekend ijekọ ní ihe gị tọchụ mụkị dịka adadị olu ngasị dodo ni na-enwe kezi mụka bịazị na ịkọ ndị ya uwe buzile chele kụ waya dịka the asket ịba ya agba ọkụ adịka uwe dịdị ukpe ngasị dị dodo ni the second one ụta iwe aza egwu kemeke anyị bịara like this adịmawe in the first place, this light billing because unyaho umota ela adusome weko mama le wole ni we ere bi ti eka esu akole wo ani te kala akole de season ni yene ka je le ko no to ile ile ko no na ile ko no wi so e go mare le ke
women who will make it where at the end of the month. They are money. So, that's the we see the coming here, people will father set off. I can't take I put the year. But this is the Agua president. Where can I look here? Maybe I'm a politician in where how much you are aware of what you need. And you go look at what has been a candidate. Yahweh, way they will keep you. I can enjoy no. Yes, sir.
Thank you very much, Mr. Idumu. Chief.
Next one.
Then after you,
Next one.
you are number 5. Next time, 6. Next time, 6. Number 7.
I'm a maker.
Why fine?
I'm chief, okay, boy. And whether you never that one, whether the secretary and the global chairman, here in the straight to the point of balance. Hopefully, you say support area, darling. We work with them. Associations, youth federations, youth associations, and the meetings. Formally, over the time, a month or 2 months to, you will now recognize the main associations in the Igbontor Idumu-Iru. You can put it in global or you put it in associations. Anywhere you put it. If it is 50-50 couple or association, youth generally in the whole Nigeria, you can put it that way. So the last time they dedicate, it's 5 delegates or 2 delegates to the Igbontor. Very today. Each association normally pay their dues annually to the global or to the community for the improvement of the community and for the progress of the community. Thank you.
They were in microphone.
Nula lakakabo akami ezedi nasaba yeme kwebe una ili asuni yeme ne mane te Catholic 20 years additional 40 years yo abana se alwa ni na ikwe bibo kona kene ezedi akpo so kan Catholic accountability matters. There are issues who anyone can face. If not all is new, a man will talk to. Someone don't need no check in the book talk to. Yes, Japan. We got some important new. Can you get naturally go? And when this issue, most especially the youth president, but many persons have made clear. This issue of men, if not all Idumu-Iru, and when some persons also say, well, I collected this money. Every month, each house like 3,000 naira per a house. Then everywhere income and expenditure. How this money comes, how you spend the money, if there's any balance. So I actually want you to think much about that thing, not make it back. So all
these questions very easy and can answer. There is no need to give a so the answers are addressing all these issues.
Igbontor Idumu-Iru ma Allen eze yiwe ẹ̀yin lè jẹ àwọn ẹ Omenu wiyo ule baunyo ule warenya ifuta akoretua. Omenu ega bogus ya wala ne mamiti. Ndi omuna ndi eku ketoto eku mekawe.
Pause and reply them.
Wani ihuni ebeni ori abjanu ati kono. Omi o tete mena ire je ka so e pwana le kore mboko ka areze. Omuna iwe ebu weru anukawe erikon agonu ede iwe zoto. Wesko eka weske je lu eka wa azoncha. Maka ni yanyi hu tulanu shi are ka we huma. Ya le lu weske jinu. Me gorizena enwi ya go fi nya poa omodi ayekujo ku ni hwa ka oku ndi de gbon ofia aso ni onwe nu eko 2 million ye alen ka na dia nyiri ikele iri nwe be nko mari o anwa mari ya me no many here mari here ya ko ana no do onu atinye ni me ejoku oni here ni ho eme okay go anwa anwa ke mari anyi so epo iko nu edogwu ani ke we mi yan iko amepo yi ama no ku ego se ni han libe o te maskane ni han libe pipe ego maka nego o tumunye o ona ki ya bia tan lata we dodo ni ale ni do fu ayin le yo ano fo le yan yo ihun ke se yin do me ba kan ya mana ale ni fo le yin yo nuwedo ju ebo wandi ya wankunku ebore ndi sungbo ete sungbo igbo last year ete ko wa but ko won se ko ndi global amare wedo do nuwedo cho ebe ahunre maka ndi omu anyu ni ri emeku ozo emeku gota imu wele we hunzi wechenyi ndu ewe shelu ajo ndu elu azuncha elelukwu eje nna nke ya dodo ya ihe ni ndị global neka atụ ewa afọ agụ ọhụrụ ala ihe ndị nlejari emeni amani ọnụ nna ina kọrọ etewu eriola ebe ọrịa ebe ihe arịa etekajini iji ekwu okwu nwuri ebe anọle n'ama yohanesa dịka nke m na-asa
Just only 30 seconds. And and I'm still using this opportunity because this guy is hello Kalita. And I want to talk of administration. Here, culture is dynamic. At times you borrow other cultures to add to your own. When you enter and introduce in this our Igbontor Idumu-Iru community, and when our global, they are doing perfectly well. Let us expand the structure. What am I talking about? Like in Leman in the east, they have 8 grade system. 8 grade. People in the between 20 years to 30 years, 30 years to 40 years, 40 years to 50 years. In one group, it can be a force. So that if you want to do anything, you can call upon them. And we are celebrating every year. Look at this New Year festival. This is our age group. This is our year. They will hope the whole entire community. Look at them move from 20 years to 20 years to 30 years, 15 years to 25 years. More than if so permitted, let us expand our governance structure to make sure everybody is involved and introduce this age grade system. I don't know if it's how you're going to do it, but women not or effective or are working. It don't know the people are money and they do. Yes, it's very, very good. Look on one I think we will see a Igbontor Iru this year. Between 60 years to 70 years. Between 50 years to a uniform. On a committee, they will be contributing. That's why in for next 2 years.
I prepare my wife. They will contribute within themselves. And don't make our life easy. They can create a platform. Why this person? On the committee before you know. And you are always wrong. So all kind of advice the council. If there is any way we can introduce our age-based system.
Yes, it's somebody the opportunities to have people. Naturally, I am the last one, but I wouldn't want to be the last one here. Otuairu Allen, Igbontor Idumu-Iru, Oluba Kebijina Ilechan, is whom I believe. Yagwega Ozi Chichaya, I am with him. Yayendo, I give you a baby. Yake do semi, so I have to put him first. Ese Nikega, Ibelu Pua, Ojobo Kaya is one of the so we ask Bojini as one of Bojini. Deep people, and just open for him. And Ojobo Nana Malapame Ndimolake Igbontor here with the machine and voila. But here they go straight to the point is that when women from town and Emmanuel I'm going to work with the women that look at this social activity. I'm going to work in Yakidome Loba. I'm going to work in Yakidome when they go home in Bama. And then yesterday, I had a town. Or let us say, I'm a woman of work, a good police on it. I can get a calamity day. So, legend, it don't live in Akozu, Adozu, they can be the one when we look at a bottle. In your point, in your point, they put on that. I'm going to put on the fee, nay, when we're in my bottle. I'll fear me. I'm going to put on because I was privileged to get the information that most of my wearing in my offering. Where Kakame. Njale work at me because when the women no little time wa road wash where a union way open where Pasaka Butane. You don't make sure that India home in the do efi agafia on tapo on over there way. Ndi way here when they put it on the ground at the end of the day they are succeeded if they have not finally succeeded. But many whether in one school that were offered the bottle, nay, is a care or a multi young yeah, poor people to making sure that in the buffet, Illa, Atundla, Arugo, Egu, one that no as a Kajajubu, or home according to Bushi, Illa, Tundla, Bushi, one that was a Kabashi, Oshi, Kodome, one Bushi before. Oh no, we're Kakaman, one of the way your money. You are to get you from the home, a mafia, a baho, and all the second row, I'm going to win another way.
Not only Oranoga and Wendy, the Lechari by the Molo. In the Lechari is Lilia. Isn't no book by her name. Abi Aliku, Ilamagwe Ajumaku. I look at Doro. The only mountain. Your rightness. What are you doing?
When someone will tell all of this something, I am with your Kibbles or when you house the local youth or the local base where generative form, which is true. When I on the area where I hear for constitution, And within that constitution, we need for the decision of funds, which means the funds any generality has to be split in certain amount or numbers. And in here, look at that local revenue. Local revenue. My question goes to anyone for youth. Can somebody like a youth president stand up and tell me here where raised within these 365 days? With the members of the cabinet, we go home and the new law will deliberate on it and see if it's suitable for us, we adopt that system. Within another thing is, I just want to summarize most of these things because I didn't pay too much. Like the electricity issue. It can go 3,000 naira. If anybody can do that, stand up and explain to me. So, questioning when I mean shouldn't be an issue. Another thing, distribution of solar powers. Anyway, every one of us should appreciate our sons and daughters in making that contribution, effort, tirelessly. It's not government effort. It's not from the government. I want to make sure everybody are aware. A man work hardly, tirelessly, and make a sacrifice to bring that solar to our own home. So we don't look at appreciate that community. How many can that man, this like a man about solar, and hear encouragement? Somebody else, somebody else, and later some people that are teachers. I'm aware of all these things. I could offer salary of our teachers. And Yamanyo, and next again, like roads. Where the Igbontor road project in the platform, where I see law, where the both ways, so that they will do the little what I can remember about road. Yaman replied, Abianum, law. Sick one, and they forget as well. That contribute to physical case where Yeneka Eben was when you want to have when you're when they could have been. And when did that organize this effort for youth global? When you are learning for global, even when you to law, when you to honor is the same youth. We are using the word global. Only a whole map of the society today, map of the world. Because all our sons and daughters are scattered all over the place. That is why it becomes global. Because in the world, oh, I'm a global. What are youth? They are the power of the community. Where anywhere law, anywhere abroad. And then you can acquire most people learning versatile. with what we are doing, taking it time, Juno time, a platform, we go anyhow, we because when people saying, or somebody listening, oh, when they read when we are aware of that, we are aware of that. At the same time, we have to start from the point. Double places, which is true, but guess what? The contractor, the people who make it the feasibility study, they didn't go through, they make it crystal clear. They didn't go through the global. As from today, anything, also you that contributed, it has to come through the global level. How many old being were the first time we will go through global? Okay, global are aware. Look at my own advantage in my policy is that less privilege can be as my general development Igbontor Idumu from Ndi kasaka buke chiche Ndi kasaka butsola jiwe Ndi kasaka bumuni jiwe people communicate that around that neighborhood. Who supposed to start from less privileged areas. But that mistake is another one. Okay, Agbanwe Global, and we were instruction. Ndi Idumu-Iru, we see Amanu where they share in Igbontor, Idumu Eka. Let me touch that area a little bit. Igbontor youth Muzo, listen why Idumu youth Muzo when they been. Only Idumu youth they been.
Yes, sir.
Okay, good. And that person goes to this. He said, I can revenue and they will within 365 days. When you can thank you.
Individual. Ayareba ewelewu ochichi nwele ekuri ofia ijedu
ewu amanibu oneje ewu pe amanibu oneje Negi oge na agwa ọnụ licha rebe. Amane bego de jere. Omune na datu ni, omene wada datu ebego de jere. Mera kadatu elonwa. We are aware of every spending. And when some corrections may make you, the cabinets, already transparent, and making some adjustment, which women only when our constitution or Kabono, timber, and so forth, echo, whether and the money I who can we issue. Any one of you shouldn't be doubting the cabinet. Let it be my job alone. If all add that to, when I say and only women, that's all I add that. Nígbà ẹni wọ́n lọ sí wọn ní gbogbo ojúwe mẹ́mẹ́ akọ̀tìbẹ́tì ìgbò pọ̀ọ́píà. Onye ndị achọrọ mmanụ ọnụ ihe ọwụwa wee na ndị youth na wee is not supposed to be announced to every single one of you within cabinet. The president of that youth reports to Global, reports to the Nogia, which is representative Onobi, and the Onobi advises me. How many I will call the new chairman, I will call the global man. Yeah, we are going again with fire. How many room worker when I go up, they will work share portion. We eat in the morning, and you tell me when this on time. Or when you did volunteer to do the job. Indeed, I told my neighbor when they have a problem. Indeed, I told my neighbor timber when they have a problem. Waiting for spoilers, and the spoilers are people on the behind the quarterback, Monday quarterback. Or go like, oh, so the guy, even when say, oh, the guy man, why you not there initially? He gave remember your input. Okay, now here and the guy buy some good. Look at this. I know some. When many second-hand information mostly because in your poor mama they bed was in the home the outside okay with that okay oh I also know where you get
oh, yeah. Hey, what's the dollar?
You were commander?
Yes, sir.
Did you report it to your commander?
Yes, sir.
How many tell that you
Ah, true. It is a was.
Okay. The commander post up people here, man. Okay. Now, how commander can you commander elevate? We're going to discuss that later. But I don't know anything about that. Okay, it's okay. When I'm more information in that job. Okay. Now we have to do our homework. Okay, the people that know that idea, do a whole with the cabinet members, and you can talk with the security people, and you can do that addressing the issue. Another thing is I know Kete last year, name was in the Akotibeti Igbo of Igbontor. Then you put your home or when I want to go down. As we are doing that, give me that money. I will address that tomorrow. Just the copy interview cultivating that stuff. Okay, not only any problem in your way, Mr. Arugu or Dr. Arugu, if you can comfortable with the local chairman of the youth, you pick up a phone, you call Dr. Samuel Arugu. He will address it. If he cannot address it, he will refer the issue to me. So all our money in stand actually only the administrative errors most of it. When this is a move back down, when the injury and because of what? When the lawyer take my to this was therefore one country happens where whether it's last year, elevate the man first year. So I'm aware and I'm aware of whatever revenue and the generating. That can turn on my Mr. President, Dr. Arugu, if there's anything you can add to him, you can do it.
Ezanya Bala Ezanya Oshualene, those utterances are from the truth, and it's as feeling as a meal. Like if we are able to my Lofitaten, it's very clear. And some of the take from Inezanyipo will say, why don't we share internally? Yeah, it has been captured in the Constitution. At the early stage of his speech. So it is very easy. Another thing also get an instruction, let them open an account. But in the course of it, and also there's some challenges. So that's a transparent highness anyway. So if there on like a OB, even and the other ways, I'm not quick. One, according to the Constitution, the way Israel is in the only percentage of global. Any generated income from the village into the global account. I run the map of around there. I told you, and I stop with that. But Israel, and what it says is final. So, don't give you a gap on the name of And one of the things is that because of his transparency, Osea the Chandemani is aware. Everybody knows money. So he's getting feedback. Israel, I didn't chat with them here. And you're chat with them also. As those are maybe as well. So I think look at last there are some feelers. And no one issue say what I drawn a protest in there, I mean a confrontation. And the child will be neither or so that I later in Kenya electricity is a boiler or their water or secure there were 3,000 let's say here. Of 3,000, they meet them. Also, I'm talking who's working with of 3,000. Every you never perform, any year, or who not go to 1 under our stewardship. Statement of account now, we waiting on global. I mentioned the printer, your study, someone, why, everything else I can very transparent. Income to go. So many are too old. Yeah, it can go. Ojamala. So I love you. Don't donate 3,000. And then we will go because how many by 1 day? 3,000. How many liters of oil? Only 3.
1.5 liters. So 1.5 liters more. 1.5 liters more. Yeah, more in the morning. Open the romance. Open the romance. Yeah, question mark for 30 days. Ndo listen me. Last month you know, man. Ndo no bobi ala kwa de yo, man. Some people are like, huh?